Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
Let's go get 6. Make a play here. Face it. Just take it to him.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain. Six.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Nice. 97.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Right. Right.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The Dolphins at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's got room. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play action. Now it's Tua. Rolling to his right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Wait.
Tua sets up to pass it. And he comes back with one complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Penny, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Penny, a first down carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Penny. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Give up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Ball again on second down. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on second and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wilson. The 40. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. So they connected on a short pass on 3rd and 1 to pick up the first, opting not to run it. Well, there was a lot of run after the catch all the way into the end zone.
On these short yardage plays, you often get man coverage in the secondary. Not every time, but oftentimes you do. So if you decide to go ahead and throw the ball, once they get away, especially on one like this, short pass, but now he just takes off and goes. How much rack did he end up with at the end of that one? Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
They'll get this out wide to Penny. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Tua setting up shop to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Ready, set.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tua now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Complete to Cedric Wilson. A 7-yard pickup. It brings up 2nd and 3 at the 3-yard line.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Tua to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to move back in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Okay, break.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Again on 2nd down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They go play action with Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A toss left side for Hall. Down at the 35, it'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. On 2nd and 9, Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They're going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go, back.
Tua going to throw. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cedric Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead. Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A pitch comes to Hall. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3.
And he hit and the ball is jarred free. And the Jets have recovered.
We just saw the dilemma for every coach. You want them to fight for the extra yardage, but somehow continue to cover the football. Oftentimes when you fight that hard, the ball becomes exposed.
Defensively, it's obvious they're trying to be more aggressive. First tackle a little too aggressive. Second one, though, they strip it loose.
Here we go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, open man is Uzomah. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
On 2nd and a couple. Wilson looking left side and he's got a man. That's Wilson. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Penny. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got his... And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here's Wilson. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
They'll run with Hall. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And we will remain tied here in this third quarter.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
On first down, here's Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
We use the word relentless. Who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing throwing now is Tagovailoa. Gets this one to Hill. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Ready up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. The quick slant caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Tua sets up to pass it. Hard throw, incomplete. That close on 3rd down. I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
Tua going to run the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tua Tagovailoa scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Wilson's throw complete there to Moore. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wilson. Again, he finds more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wilson and Moore there for a Jets first.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
A give running right is Hall. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter,
hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. A run between the tackles with Breida. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd down and 4, Tua. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw again is Wilson. And he completes it to Berrios. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. he was wrong.
Here we go. Here we go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. What an atmosphere this was, and the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for the Dolphins, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.